I just went out and checked the mail and my onions have arrived. These are onion plants. And I'm sorry for all the road traffic. It's about 5:30 and we don't get our mail until late. I've got one bunch of candy and one bunch of Superstar. And sometimes they label these and sometimes they don't. The candy are the whiter ones, I know that. And there's supposed to be about 50 to 70 of these in a bundle. They look real good. They're a little dried out. But I'm going to get them planted right now. 3-9. So this is compost from deep under the horse manure bed, and this is how this is going to work. This has been worked in a little bit, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'd like to get these started. I'm just going to press this in, and there are my holes. Now for the next set, I'll line these up, and I'll line these up again. That's just how quickly this goes. So I'll plant the candy first. When you buy onions, you can buy them several different ways. Onion plants, onion sets, which are little bulbs you put in. I usually put some of those in for green onions. And onion seeds. I have tried making onions from seeds several times and have never been successful. So I'll do this side of the bed. It really doesn't matter. There are several different sizes here. But all I'm going to do is put them in that hole and give them a pinch. Now in a couple days, these plants will be strong enough and they'll be upright, and I can come back and work some mulch in between those so I don't have to do nearly as much weeding. If I were doing bulbs, I would do it the same way. Well, it's taken me less than 5 minutes to plant the rest of candy variety. Now I want to divide these onions with a row of lettuce. So here's a row I'm going to skip, and here is the row I'm going to make my onion, or I'm going to put my lettuce in. So all I'm going to do is push this PVC pipe in there, right where the row of onions would have been. This is a variety of lettuce called salad bowl from Burpee. My neighbor owns a greenhouse. Highly recommended this. He said it just comes back and comes back and comes back. So I'm going to give it a light shake here. Actually, that label's in my way. These seeds are very tiny. It doesn't take much. And to cover it, just barely. Just want to make sure it has contact with the ground. Long reach, these are 3-foot beds. All right, now I'll start my Superstar. I'm going to skip a row. So my first row of Superstar will go right here. I just finished weed whacking with my string trimmer all of the dead nettle out. I didn't want it to go to seed. It's too early to plant anything besides lettuce and spinach and radishes, but I want to start getting these beds prepared. It's supposed to rain tonight, so I thought this might be a good opportunity to get this stuff off before it goes to seed. Normally I pile a lot of leaves on these beds over winter, and this just doesn't come up. There's some chickweed in there as well, but make a mental note to myself, we need to put this garden to rest next fall and not let it get out of hand like it has this winter. Next fall I'm going to try to plant some more King Alfred. They show real well, and they all bloom at the same time. The other varieties I have been blooming for a long time, but I like that flush of bloom, so we'll continue to do that. Right here, the Shasta daisies are coming up through there, and they will hide all of the dead foliage that the King Alfreds will produce in the next few weeks. I cut the potatoes up about 3 weeks ago, let them cure. The ends are cured, and now I know exactly which ones are going to grow potatoes and which ones aren't. So I've got my potatoes all separated out here. You can see the red ones are much further along than the white ones. And that was the case last year. We had a much bigger crop of red potatoes than we did white. And it might be worth just planting red potatoes. These are a purple variety. When I got these at the big box store, and didn't read the package very well. These two, I think, were £1, and this one only had 4 potatoes in it. Now, this potato I just skimmed off. I didn't see a lot of eyes on it. It looks like there might be a couple more here, but this is probably the cap that came off of there. If you don't at least skim it and bruise it, the potato won't grow. It's going to think it's okay, and it may grow some roots, but it's not going to produce other potatoes. You can see a leaf coming on right here. So I've got to be very careful as I plant these, and I'll plant this one. It's got, can't see it, but it's got a little bit of a root there. If I break these off, then they have to start all over again. So I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to try to plant them in groups, and I think I'll start with the red potatoes. That might be a purple variety. There were 4 of them, and it's not real crucial. We're going to eat these potatoes no matter what color they are. Here's the big tub I'm going to plant my potatoes in. I'm going to put some straw in there. I'm going to turn this over a little bit. This was aged horse manure. I put it in here last fall. Quick update right here. I just finished planting the potatoes, and the cabbage that I thought was going to go to seed will go to seed. Those would be pretty flowers in a salad, edible. The corn salad over there by the bucket is just about ready to go to seed. I just tasted it. It's not bitter. This is spinach that I planted last October. It's doing great. This is spinach that I planted on February 17th, as is this lettuce. So I brought a bucket down. I'm going to harvest this for a salad tonight. We're having one of my favorite dinners, steak and bacon kebabs. Can't beat that with a fresh salad. That's going to wrap up this garden update. Thanks for watching. Keep in touch.